I haven't been as excited to talk about the Straw Hats in a while, but today okay, before that, for the people that are here who haven't read One Piece chapter 989, please do so before continuing because spoilers are ahead. If you don't care, shit, drop a like and we can continue. All right. So anyway, the Straw Hats, our favorite pirate crew next to Buggies, obviously. How do we feel about them today? One Piece chapter 988 and 989, I believe, gave us an indication of how dangerous the Straw Hats can be in the right situation. It's really a lot to cover, and guys, I know the topic at hand is to truly figure out whether or not we underestimated the Straw Hats. So in chapter 988 and 989, we've seen significant feats from the Straw Hats that I suppose we should have expected, but again, it's been a while and we just forget. Let's be real here. At this point, who is actually competing with Luffy's monsters other than the other Yonko crews? There is no other individual, be it veteran or supernova, that can hold a candle to Luffy and his fleet. Yes, I know I was one who held out hope for Kid and his band of ruffians, but based on what Wano has shown so far, there is simply no contest. At the moment, between Kid and Luffy, there's a giant chasm in regards to betrayal, feats, and even bounty. Luffy, simply put, is operating on another level. My reasoning for wanting Kid to be on Luffy's level as a combatant has nothing to really do with how I feel about the characters, but more so the story. Arrogant B.D.A. felt like the story would be better if Kid was somewhat of a threat to Luffy's crown. And to me, I felt this would somehow increase the tension for his chase to become the Pirate King. Well, it's obvious, but there's another person who can do that for Luffy, and that's Blackbeard. I just wanted another. That was kinda a lot, so let me just clarify some things. First, I do think individually Kid is on Luffy's level, but when you compare their stats as a crew, it's again, no contest. There's been a theme in regards to Kid and Luffy in which it's a battle of show and tell. Luffy always shows, and Kid always tells. Even earlier in Wano, Kid talks about what he would like to do. On the other hand, Luffy has a warlord casually join his crew. I think it's pretty clear that in regards to Kid and Luffy, the results of their actions revolves around their character. Luffy, even in tough situations that he probably shouldn't get out of, comes out on the right side due to his ability to draw people to him. Kid, on the other hand, with his abrasive personality, pushes people away, therefore, there's no one to help him in his time of need. We like the power scale, okay? I can admit that, because it's fun and engaging, and One Piece is the perfect series to power scale, because we know so little. But the story of One Piece is very nuanced. From situation to devil fruit and to even location can have a huge influence on the range of outcomes. Situation example, Luffy versus Doflamingo. He had the opportunity to go up against a weakened Doflamingo, not only to him moving law to help him just based on his actions, but also the people of Dressrosa. He captured their hearts and gave them a champion to believe in. Hope, belief, willpower, they all go hand in hand. Devil fruit example, we just have to look at Luffy versus Enel. The one person at that level at the time who could even stand a chance against Enel happened to be Luffy. We saw what Enel did to Zoro and Sanji. Now let me just say this, I don't think the skill gap was as enormous as some people try to say because Enel just couldn't adapt. Okay, you can't use your devil fruit, what's next? That's what separates the good from the great. But on the other hand, I don't want to downplay his strength either, because even though one is pretty good at adapting, you could still lose, i.e. Ace versus Blackbeard. A location example, well, the Mirror World. In this location, through Brûlé, Luffy could employ a similar strategy he used versus Cracker. Fight and run, but versus Katakuri was also learn and grow. Now this isn't to say power scaling is useless or not important, because the story goes out of its way to tell you time and time again how important strength is and who is regarded as strong. But this isn't really to discuss the importance of power scaling, but to say not to dismiss it, because it is part of the internal consistency of a story. Per usual, a video for another day because we've gotten far enough, but what I was trying to say is Luffy's journey consists of special situations, and more accurately, exceptions, from the fan standpoint. But the reason why these things are so prevalent is because he's special, and his crew is no different. I plan to chronicle just how we got here at some point, here being Wano, but we have to understand just who Luffy is and who Luffy has following him. So in case you forgot, Luffy is the son of the Revolutionary Dragon, the commander-in-chief of the opposing faction going against the world government, the grandson of Monkey D. Garp, who is a legendary marine and considered the hero of the Marines, the brother of not only the revolutionary's right hand, Sabo, but also the Pirate King's son, Portgas D. Ace. Not to mention he was trained by the right hand of the actual Pirate King, Zoro, who is the heir apparent to the world's strongest swordsman and has an insane drive matched by maybe Luffy on the crew. Sanji, the monster chef and protege of Red Leg Zeph, who was a famous chef in his own right and a powerful pirate captain. Not to mention Sanji has running through his blood, albeit reluctantly, the legendary warmonger's Germa 66. Nami is a prodigy in regards to navigation and cartography. Prediction and analysis is literally what she does best. Jinbei, the first son of the sea, a former pirate captain, a former warlord who is also a fishman and top-tier helmsman. He's also now a Straw Hat. Robin, the demon of Ohara, absolutely the most dangerous person in One Piece from the world government's perspective, in the wrong hands. Saying she's just a brilliant mind may be disrespectful to her lineage and the people of Ohara. That's how smart and progressive they were. Just imagine where Robin is now. Frankie, whose mentor was Tom, the most skilled shipwright while he was alive, who also crafted the Pirate King's ship and held the blueprints to an ancient weapon. And Frankie in his own right is an amazing engineer and weapons specialist. Usopp, the weakest member of the Straw Hats but the most grounded. Easily one of the best marksmen in One Piece and the son of Yasopp, a commander and big name on a Yonko's crew. Brook, the bonehead, one of the best musicians, and we can't forget to mention one of the coldest swordsmen in this story. Last but probably least, we have Chopper. I kid. I know people really hate Chopper, but I'm not one of them. Chopper was a protege to the best doctor in Drum Kingdom and probably the best one we've seen so far in the story. Also, we cannot forget that they were medically advanced in that kingdom. Now, with all that Luffy had with him, they still had to go away for 2 years to get even stronger and better. Obviously not Jinbei, but the others. But he had 2 years to get better as well. Now, the perception of this crew is that after Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, now Jinbei, it's whatever. But we've seen time and time again that this is not the case. And I love that 988 chose to highlight Frankie and Robin because I believe sometimes people forget just how powerful they were portrayed to be before joining the crew. It's even more satisfying that the person who assisted was Jinbei, the new addition. But what does this all mean, Brago? How did we underrate this crew? Well, I think most people would say the Straw Hats are powerful but would ultimately lose to a Yonko's crew because individually they cannot compete. Well, for this crew, they honestly don't have to do that. They do really well at supporting each other. From Nami supporting Luffy to overcome Cracker, to Brook using his special abilities to invade Big Mom's treasure room to steal a poneglyph, then get rescued by the Straw Hats. That wasn't Sanji, Zoro, or Luffy. The others did that. We can't forget that they also managed to capture Brûlé to make it possible to invade the Tea Party. If we take it to Wano, Robin going undercover to provide key information that could support the Alliance. I've mentioned before that technology is the most underrated power in One Piece, and we have Frankie, who literally said that he would create Kaido killing weapons and then proceeds to use Big Mom's face as a ramp with his motorcycle. A couple chapters ago, we had Sanji saving Momo using the raid suit technology that was gained on the detour from Zou to Whole Cake. Yes, I get it. Sometimes it may seem that the Straw Hats, they just find a way to get out of situations in which they should probably die. But not everyone has connections to a revolutionary officer that in your time of desperate need can casually whisk you away to the perfect training ground for each individual member. We also cannot forget that the Straw Hats' unwavering belief plays a part in them succeeding. We always talk about manifesting. Them, time and time again, are able to manifest unbelievable outcomes because they believe in their captain and believe in each other. Luffy on the brink of death, right, stayed and waited for Sanji, just knowing he would come back. That's true belief. At one point, Rayleigh said true power is no doubt, and that's what the Straw Hats embody time and time again. Yes, I've said before that sometimes it's illogical how much they believe in Luffy, but that's speaking from the outside perspective of a fan trying to rationalize everything. From the story, based on how it's been set up and how it's been constructed, unwavering belief, no doubt, is the key to true strength. Even before the Straw Hats got away from Whole Cake Island, everything was banking on Luffy defeating the undefeatable man. And Sanji didn't bat an eye when he said Luffy would win. They believed. This is not to say that at times doubt doesn't creep in or can't creep into the mind of individuals. More often than not, Usopp. But it happened to someone like Sanji, a very calculated and thoughtful member who didn't believe Luffy was ready for Big Mom. I mean, he was correct, but since then, Zoro's gotten new blades, Sanji's gotten a new suit, Frankie new weapons, Nami a temporary insane power-up which will probably be permanent, and the list goes on and on. But even after all that, Brago, what truly separates the Straw Hats from Yonko's crew? Well, it's not really the crewmates in my opinion, because we probably estimate that Luffy's top 3 can tangle with any top 3 from any crew in the story that's alive right now. The issue probably starts when you start to compare Luffy to the other Yonko in regards to individual strength. You know, that's how it was for me. Yes, they are more than likely stronger, but like anything with Luffy, he doesn't have to do all the heavy lifting by himself. He has assembled a team that we feel is worthy and strong enough to take down Kaido. Law, Kid, Scabbards, Hawkins, X-Drake could probably play a part. So yes, I do think Luffy and the Straw Hats are underrated, but it's for good reason. we haven't seen the best they can do, especially Zoro and Sanji, and yet we always find ourselves in precarious situations. This is mostly due to the captain being somewhat of an idiot, but time and time again, they've proven they can stand toe-to-toe with any faction, be it pirate or marine. I agree, they haven't actually proven that they can defeat a Yonko's crew, but based on not only things they've overcome in the past, but also how much stronger they've gotten from island to island, even since arriving in Wano, and the allies they've assembled, are you really willing to bet against the Straw Hats? Yeah, I didn't think so either. But yeah guys, that's it. Let me know how you feel. I'm really loving the Straw Hats right now, and maybe people may be saying, yo, you're overestimating them. I guess we'll see how it shakes out. And people are gonna say, well, that's the story, they have to win. And I'm just gonna say you're a hater, right? But anyway guys, give me your thoughts. How do you feel about all this? Do you think the Straw Hats are underrated? Do you think we just underestimated them? What do you think is going on with the Straw Hats? How strong are they as a group? But yeah, thank you guys so much for your support. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Follow me on Twitter at BragoDAce. Follow me on Instagram at BragoD.Ace. Thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. The Straw Hats are almost there. Almost there. They can compete with anyone at this point, and I stand behind that. But yeah, thank you guys again. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.